What is going on, guys? Your boy Guns here, and yes, we are hot on the news right now. Hot on the news. Listen, if it's something that I feel like a lot of the community can take from and learn from, on top of that, as you guys know, when it comes to Diplos and stuff like that, people like to twist things around in a way that benefits them. So we got Jason live right now on the VC. He's going to go over some few things covering his point, and then on the back end, we'll cover some points that we looked at in the chat. All right, Mr. Jasongee, welcome to the channel once again, my boy. Fresh out the New York meetup, back into the same old Diplo drama, bro. Give us a quick little TLDR from top to bottom. What do you got for us?
All right, like very beginning, Diplo started. We got all the kings in chat. There were three options proposed. Ultimately, I was outvoted. They decided to do left versus right. I'll preface this by saying I was against it from the beginning. However, to make a good KVK, I agreed with Ghost, Ghost and Chip, my co-R5s right now. So, not to cause friction and to put away, past drama, I put, the dark beef to the side. Said, let's do it. We ran this, put everyone went into their respective groups. We started a server with NTS, YSS. That was our side. Cool, we're all in there. When we're doing Diplo, when I'm doing Diplo specifically, I can't account for other, alliances. I like to lay everything out in the very beginning of the season. So that way there's no bullshit or drama or conflict later in the season. This includes end of season Dragon rewards. That doesn't mean we're going to win the season. This is just if we do win this season, this is how we decide who gets it, because obviously the devs didn't listen to us and put coalitions into every season. So in this season, only one camp gets the Dragon for their rewards. Cool. We're all on the same page. I brought up two ways to do this within our camp because YSS is in the middle. They're not getting any fighting. Option number one was to count all merits from Zone 2 when we start fighting, including the merits that YSS would trade with each other to stock up their elixir, and including all final zone merits, and give them a 600 mil merit bonus at the end of the season for their lack of war, because they wouldn't have Zone 2 like we would. All right. Option two was we only count final zone merits. However, YSS would get a deduction in merits, again, because that would compensate our players for the time they put in and the war that we have had from Zone 2 moving forward, because we would be spending mana, elixir, taking deads, and obviously our time and money into this game. So to compensate our players, we decided to give them a deduction if we choose that option. The number for the deduction wasn't set in stone yet. That was up for debate. I said if we're going to be doing a 600 mil bonus, make it fair, it would be a 600 mil deduction. On average, it would come out to 3 mil merits per player deduction because they are a 200 player alliance. They said, nah, we want that option, but we want 300 mil deduction only. I said that doesn't seem fair because that's only 1.5 mil merits. Gaining 1.5 mil merits is less than 20 to 30 minutes of fighting when the fighting is intense. I was willing to negotiate. YSS was not. YSS then said, all right, guys, it's either 300 mil or nada, pretty much, and left Diplo chats and said, we're going to be solo. And now we're here.
All right. Appreciate that, Jay. Winding it back to the point where, okay, first of all, when I heard that we were going to be allied with YSS, I'm like, God damn, that boy Jason he's starting to mature in the leadership side of things. Old Jason would have been like, screw that, we're going free for all then. So I mean, I definitely give you kudos. A few other people give you kudos as well for, even putting that aside. You do bring up a good point that they were the ones that agreed to this in the first place, and now they're using it. Now it's like part of their kind of like their fuel, saying that, oh, our members are already like demoralized and everything like that. But like you mentioned, you or IMFS were the only ones that said, no, we don't want this, so that everyone has Zone 2 fight. So that was point number one that I was telling my chat. Like, they YSS hasn't been in a scenario where they had to do real Diplo. They've just been able to bully absolute everyone in G3. And then obviously in G2, they had some Diplo going on there, but it's not as complicated given the map of being able to invade other people and everything like that. Also, one of the things that I wanted to say, go ahead.
So to preface this, like, yes, I put my feelings to the side with Dark. Everybody knows I don't like him. I still don't like him. It's public. However, I will say I did go into Diplo chat saying the one thing I am asking if it was possible for that to be like a last resort kind of thing. All right. So I will say that I did walk into Diplo chats and say I don't want to work with Dark. And if it is a last resort, I'll keep it open as an option. But I genuinely did not want that to happen, to be honest.
No, yeah, for sure. Fast forwarding to the whole thing of for those of you guys, maybe you guys didn't fully understand, but what Jason was saying was the whole thing with Dragon Zone, like the main discussion was YSS has to go in with a handicap of either 600, 400, 300, whatever they ended up agreeing, due to the fact that YSS was going to go into Final Zone fully healed, full elixir, taking 0 deads. So I think anyone can agree that it is reasonable for them to go in with a specific handicap. I'm not going to lie, Jay, I do think the 600 is a little high. You did say in that chat that you're willing to go down to 500. I mean, granted, they're already out of the chat, but what is like the lowest number that you would have been like, okay, fine, this is it. This number would have been my lowest one.
450 was my bottom.
450. See, and a lot of people in chat were saying that as well, like 400, 450, and that was the other thing too that we took away from it was like, I found it kind of crazy that YSS was just like, well, is this or nada? Like, oh, okay. Like, so, like, what about everyone else in the KVK? Bro, you're talking about 500-600 players who spend a dummy amount of money just to get thrown down the drain because we can't agree on a freaking number or willing to negotiate further. Like,
so to preface this, when you were reading the chat and that little portion where you saw KT kind of talking to himself, right? We were in a VC with KT, and KT, good dude. So we were kind of negotiating. KT did come up to 400. I don't know if he did that with or without Tomato's knowledge or any other thing, right? But he did say 400. That's when I came down to 500, right? Reasonable negotiation. If they offered 450, I would have accepted it. However, at that point, that's when KT was like, yo, I got to go to work. I'll be back. I'll try to get you an answer ASAP. And that's when Tomato came back and said, yo, it's 300 or not.
That's kind of crazy. I mean, look, the other good point that I saw that NTS was talking about was like, why are we even talking about Dragon rewards right now? Like, one of the things I was telling Chad was like, maybe everyone could have just chilled out for a second and just, maybe sat on it a little bit. Obviously, emotions were high,
So the reason why I like to do it now is so that there's no miscommunication or conflict later. This isn't like hey, we're definitely winning Dragon. We know this the season's locked up. This is how we're going to distribute it. It's more of a, hey, in case we win, this is how it's going to be distributed. So that way, as you can remember, the BNR season, right, where there was miscommunication or misunderstanding of of how we communicated to distribute rewards, and that cost us that whole season of getting rewards, right? I don't want to penalize my players and the people who are under me by not having it set in stone from the beginning, from the jump, and have clear expectations, like clear cut. Hey, this is how it's going to go down. This was the whole point of like starting off on a good foot, starting off in Diplo talks, and getting it like in writing in the beginning, so that later down the line, no one could be like, hey, I did this, I did this, I did this, I had more here, I did this, whatever it is.
I mean, yeah, appreciate the reminder, because Mia is in YSS right now as we speak. So that's a little ironic. So yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, even Dark was saying in the chat, like, that's how betrayals happen. I mean, we obviously know that firsthand. Mia and her Mia army, definitely showed us that. That KVK Fluffy, welcome to the chat.
Yo,
But
yo.
I mean, okay, another thing. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know this. Fresh news for you. I know you're driving, you're doing your meetings and everything. But one of the YSS R4s was in the chat and said, your title is wrong. It's NTS and YSS are together. IMFS is solo. Have you heard anything about that? Because that's crazy shit right there.
I have not heard anything about that. Last I heard is NCS is still in the server and still, communicating before so we have two servers, right? We have the one that you're showing right now, which was only with our ally, and then we have another server that has all 6 kingdoms in it. The one with our ally, before I even went into the other server, said that YSS went solo because YSS didn't announce it themselves to everybody. I pinged NTS and made sure that they're okay with announcing it and blah blah blah. And it seems like they're still working with us. So no idea. Can't confirm or deny that.
Bro, when he said that, I was like, wait, what? I'm like, so y'all making some backdoor deals and shit, like not even saying anything, like what, I mean, I can't even. What do you think is the future of this KVK now? Like, what do you think is even gonna happen? I know you guys haven't even talked about it, but like, I mean, I'm sure you've been thinking about it. If YSS confirms like they're staying solo, like, what does that even mean for the KVK? Like, we're just cooked. NXW already said that they're not willing to redeploy, and I don't blame them. It's not their fault.
So we did bring up redeplo prior to YSS calling solo in the other chat. All of the other side basically said they're not willing to, which cool. By all means, you guys had your time, you guys did your planning and all that. I don't that is effort and time that goes into it that no one wants to waste, right? If YSS stays solo, I guess we try to rock out as much as we can with NTS and see what we can do.
Bro, this is so tragic. Why? Like every time, we're all like getting ready to go in against NXW and everything.
Jason, we need a good KVK1.
Easy said,
Hey, look,
fix this, Jason. We need a KVK1. Appreciate the 20 bomb, Easy COD.
We were hyped as well. I mean, we're still hyped. We're still good at 1v1 versus NXW, but I mean, what else is the KVK with?
Y'all heard that, NXW? Y'all ain't free. Y'all still finna catch these hands, boy.
They want the hands, brother. It's gonna be fun. I think both sides want to fight each other.
I'm definitely gonna talk to Chip Ghost, Icon, Vico. We're gonna have a sit down and see where we stand. My personal opinion is we still go after NXW. That was our initial plan for Zone 2, and just run the ones with them and see what happens.
Fluffy, what are your inputs in this? I know you normally don't like getting involved with the Diplo, but I even saw that like you were even getting up in there. You even said before you started talking, you're like, I need a shot. I need a shot already.
Try to fix it as much as I could. I was literally at the people that are in IMFS that were in chat today know that I was at a Costco Pokemon line, like waiting for restocks as this was all going down. I'm like literally in line talking about Call of Dragons and some. I mean, I'm in line with nerds, so it's like nothing crazy, but I'm literally deep into people talking about this game that nobody knows. Talking about Diplo and alliances and EOS rewards, talking about dragons and stuff. I mean, at least I was in company of other nerds, but could you imagine if I was somewhere else? Jeez.
It's all Machine's fault, honestly.
It's Machine's fault.
He's bad luck. Machine's bad luck. Everywhere he goes, is just down. Yeah.
It is what it is.
So, what was your question? What are my thoughts?
Yeah. On the whole situation.
My thoughts are something changed Jason. Either the Pokemon changed Jason or New York meetup changed Jason. Because I was reading all this. Jason was very reasonable. Very reasonable. He's willing to talk, negotiate. You know how busy this motherfucker is. He's got his own career. I don't know what he does. He's got his own career. He's on board meetings. He's got his own business, and he's taking the time to meet. Like, people gotta understand, this guy, his time is valuable. Like, people that make money like Jason, their time is valuable. So he was taking the time to. So I respect that from Jason. I'll say that. Not trying to glizz Jason up or anything, but I saw a different Jason today. He was far under what
Hey,
he
look,
wanted, but he was willing to renegotiate to something reasonable. Tomato and the R4 of ISS was not willing to do any renegotiation. Was firm on his number. Wasn't willing to renegotiate.
Strange said, "Good boy, Jason."
So anyone trying to come at Jason, it was not his fault. He was fighting for his members, trying to be reasonable as well at the same time, and trying to make it work. That's my thoughts.
Look,
I
at the end
mean,
of the day, I know what
at
kind of
some
players
point
we
we
have
almost
now.
had it done. There was like a potential coin flip of 400, 600. Was it 400, 500? Because Jason's original number is 600. He went down to 500, right? Because he was being reasonable.
Oh yeah,
And
you
then,
did suggest a coin flip, and they said
yeah, I
no.
said, yeah. KT wasn't willing to do it. I mean, he's not the R5, so I can understand him, not saying yes to the coin flip. So KT's like, oh, let me go back to the drawing board with my R5 and R4s, and that's when Tomato came in saying 300. So I mean, we almost had it done with the coin flip. That would have been kind of cool and fun. Man,
We would have done that
here
shit
we are.
live too. Like, all right, guys, coin
Yeah.
flip for the.
Dude, that's some DJing stuff. We're in this game to be DJing. Might as well do a coin flip.
I mean, even Jason said it right now. Like, he was willing to go down to 450. So, like, all YSS had to do, all what,
450.
all
We're
Y,
so close.
all YSS had to do was just like kind of stick around a little bit. Like I said, I feel like Tomato felt like we were trying to press them, like
Brother.
or trying to finesse them, or because like there's been a few people in the chat like, oh, so
Yeah, 'cause he's
IMFS is
talking to other people. and they're, like,
IMFS
they're in
IMFS
his
is
ear.
trying to call the shots. Like, bro, it's not even calling shots. Like, it's reasonable about the handicap. It was just a number that they weren't agreeing on. It wasn't anything about anyone calling shots. On top of that, one of the other things I said was, where was NTS in all this before any final decision was made, before they pulled out of any chat?
Yeah, let NTS chime in too.
Exactly. NTS could have
probably.
probably threw out a number, right? We could have threw out a number. They could have threw out a number, and maybe meet right in the middle of whatever those three were. Like, there's so many different things that could have happened, but them just saying like we're out of this, like, it just seems like a cheap way out, in my opinion.
And I reminded them, or not them. I reminded Tomato that going solo doesn't guarantee you a Zone 2 fight. Because NTS can still fight WB, we can still fight NXW. They still are back at square freaking one with no Zone 2 fighting. And now the entire KVK is ruined with the same scenario. So, I mean, I don't understand it.
Yeah, the other thing too of why I wanted to go live is because I know how like misconstrued and twisted things can get. Like, people trying to use propaganda. Like earlier, Dark was trying to say that someone in IMFS, I don't know if it was Chipship or Ghost, was trying to say that they called someone in YSS trash on live stream. Almost 400 viewers right now, plus 300 plus saw that was not the case at all. Ain't nobody get called trash. So like that's why I'm like, I'm glad that I went live and we're covering all this live, because it's like, bro, the propaganda would have started. Oh, IMFS back at it again. Jason and his crew calling people trash and being disrespectful. You already know it, and we already have a nice little track record going for ourselves. So everyone would have just ate it up, like, oh yeah.
And honestly,
back at it
I was
again.
afraid. I was afraid that was gonna happen. Sorry, excuse me. I was afraid that was gonna happen, but literally, I was at a Costco line. But I left early because I was like, I'm cooked. I gotta go back home and go work. But I got home. The first thing I did, like, when I got home, I took screenshots of that chat because I was afraid they're gonna start deleting their messages or whatever. I didn't know that we owned the server. Otherwise, I wouldn't have rushed home to take pictures. But yeah, I took screenshots of that chat because I was afraid of propaganda stuff was gonna unfold. But yeah, I just posted my video as well while you were live about the whole situation. Yep.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
I mean, the thumbnail is all I mean, I thought I was very polite and respectful, and I mean, it's the truth in my comment to Tomato. And yeah, I mean, they got a yeah, why would they? Why would they? I mean, but let's just remind the people that Jason did not want this Diplo. He was very against it for this reason. Well, not the reason that things blew up, but for the 'cause it's gonna be boring for two kingdoms, right? Hunt MFD have no fighting, YSS have no fighting until Final Zone. I mean, I know you talked in your stream where for the Final Zone, this would be the best scenario where we get everybody to the Final Zone. I get that, but Jason was against this. I think people Tomato was for this Diplo, and now he's bowing out. So it's just kind of
Tomato
weird.
was the one
Yeah, this is the Diplo he
to
wanted, and he doesn't want to work it out. Jason's like being very
say it,
reasonable.
to say it very bluntly. Tomato came into chat, wanted this Diplo. This was his initiation.
Yeah. I mean,
So
So-
I mean, it is what it is. Willing to speak to YSS, I'm willing to continue speaking if they are willing to negotiate. If the only time I'm gonna be like, nah, you is if they're not willing to negotiate at all.
I mean, if
I mean,
they
the other option,
if they
I'm not gonna
came
talk
back
like
on
the
the
options, but-
table, if they came back
Yeah.
on the table, like, is it
What
even?
about
Is
if
there
Dex
even
speaks
a
so
table
everyone who
anymore? Or is
touched
that
Dragon
shit
gets a
fucking
win?
gone out the window?
I mean,
So-
to save the season, there's always a table. You know what I'm saying?
No,
but
like, Grande
am I
Papa,
gonna be
appreciate the 50
Someone
bomb,
nice
brother.
about
on the
it?
table.
I will
Great
try
Iron
my
King,
best.
appreciate the 20
Yeah,
months,
I'll
brother.
try my best, but YSS got to come correct. And, they can't just be like trying to call shots and trying to like run it like this isn't G3 for them.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, people are trying to twist shit always towards us, bro. It's always trying to paint a bad picture on us, saying like, oh, we're trying to call the shots. Well, not really. I mean, if you had to say like who's trying to call the shots, I would definitely say it's YSS because they're the ones saying it's this or nada. We never said this or nada. Like you kept saying multiple times, I'm willing to negotiate. I'm willing to negotiate. They're like, nope.
And you heard it. Jason said there's still a table. Like he's still willing to renegotiate. This is not the same Jason that we know.
Jason, what changed you? Did the New York
Yeah.
meetup change you a little bit or what? What's going on, my boy?
Yeah. Explain yourself.
I'm trying to make sure that our merger that we're a part of right now and our alliance has the best possible footing to succeed. And if that means me sucking it up and not telling them to suck it back, you know what? I'm not, I'm willing to do so.
Wait, somebody clip that.
No.
Somebody clip that.
Fluffy got me demonetized faster than Jason. Not even Jason dropped an F-bomb. Holy.
All right, brother. My bad.
Holy, keep it live here.
Sorry, I literally, that was my bad. My bad.
Nah, you're good. I just have to check one box. All good. Cod Sunny said Jason growing up, Jason PR trained. That's crazy. Someone
I think I
said
saw-
you uploaded a video and your video, and now he says that he understands that tomato is not organically a grown vegetable.
Wait, who said that? Make sure you comment on the video there, and I'll respond later.
Wongu said
Argus-
shameless
okay.
plug and now demonetized SMH.
Hell yeah.
All right, Mr. Jason, you got any closing statements here? Any closing statements? I know we pretty much
Closing
covered
statement?
everything, but
Tomato, if you're trying to come back to the table, you know where my DMs are, my boy. If you're not, well, it is what it is, and we're gonna do what we gotta do.
bang, mic drop.
Dang.
Fluffy, any closing comments?
No, let's figure it out. I mean, there's
Yes, bro.
so many
please.
people involved in it. There's literally 200 times 6. I mean, maybe not 200, maybe like 180 times 6. That's
So
a lot
much
of people.
people,
that are-
time, money.
Like,
Everyone's
yeah,
hyped for
like, come on
this.
now,
Like,
like-
let's figure it
Just-
out, guys.
Put the past in the past. Put everything. Just like think about everybody. The health of the KVK rests on.
On YSS coming
powers
back
that
on the
be.
table in green on something. With NTS included, because it's not just YSS and TFS, it's NTS as well. You know what I'm saying? So like, ultimately, like all three kingdoms are gonna have to either figure it out, or like Jason said, like it is what it is. Like we want to work things out. for the better of everyone in the KVK1. Like, we're KVK1. We're supposed to be the one setting the example for all the other kingdoms, and yet we're sitting here with a bunch with a bunch of clown noses on.
Oh my
Like, we're
God.
putting on a fucking carnival around here. Like, what the hell?
Look, I'm also gonna say if we can't like do a 3v3, there's no chance of like a Dragon Zone betrayal meta. You know, there's no option of that. You know what I'm saying? No one can betray anyone if we
Like,
don't
can
go
we
into that
please
zone.
figure it out? Because if not, it's gonna be NXW in my chat all over again, trolling about Dragon and blah 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 blah, and IMFS. I already saw one of you fuckers put is IMFS cooked episode 1. Don't start that shit.
Yeah.
All right, it's not. We're not on episode 1. Everyone chill. Everyone chill. Well, Fluffy and Jason, I appreciate you guys. I'll hop back in the VC after, but I need to do a little closing, a little closer.
Fire game, man.
No. I'm trying to do a little closer here. I'll be right back. All right, chat. Anyways, I mean, that pretty much covers everything that's going on. You guys saw, I'll even put a link in the description of the live stream so you guys can see us go through the entire chat. You know what? Let me actually go ahead and show you guys this before I leave. The part that shows right here. This part right here, just so it's clear. So Ghost Cavalry says, I think we're done with talking now. Come to talk. I'm already pissed off with this fucking trash. And he was meaning, like, anyone reading this could see, like, he's meaning it more towards, like, the situation, right? And then says, so you're calling me trash now, ? And I think because Ghost Cavalry didn't respond to that ? He was like, okay, so he did call me trash. That's a simple misunderstanding right there. And that's why I'm glad I'm able to show you guys this. So there's no rumors going around about this person called that person trash or anything like that. Like, I mean, you guys saw everything. All the facts are there. You guys can decide amongst yourselves, like, what do you guys think about this situation? Also, like Jason said, like, he's still open for negotiation. Like, let's come to an agreement here. Like, we're KVK1. We're supposed to be setting the example. On top of that, there's multiple players that are looking forward to this KVK that are in it and out of it to try to get a good show. I mean, here I am also excited as a content creator to bring you guys some amazing content in every fighting zone that we have. And, you know, it could potentially be out of the window, which is very, very sad. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed the coverage, I honestly don't often make a drama videos, but hey, sometimes it's warranted if I feel like there's like a learning point from it for everyone to learn from it, and also just to make sure like all the facts are straight with no biases there. I mean, I said both sides, so I mean, take it how you will. But if you guys enjoyed the coverage, make sure you guys drop a like on the video. Definitely helps me out a ton. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, hit that sub button, turn on that bell notification, lets you guys know when I go live or drop a new video. Also, guys, our Emrys merch is still live, so make sure you guys check that out. All right, we're getting close to 10,000 subscribers, guys. Let's get it. Catch you guys on the flip side, and hopefully they figured this out. It's your boy Guns. I'm out. Peace.